everyone, this is Gloria Crump. I am the Queen of Real Estate with the Coastal Leaders Realty Group. Thank you for watching this week's Tea and Crumpets. I'm really excited about this guest. This is Lillian Bemis. You were saying before we started filming just kind of like a little bit of background, but for people who, don't know, you were like, oh, I need a job. And so.
Then there weren't many jobs down here. I mean,
yeah.
There really wasn't a whole lot you could do besides shrimp and fish.
Yeah.
And that was the main industry for a long time, but it's gone.
Yeah.
But thank God tourism came in and, we rescued, so.
Yeah. And so you said you were, saying, I need to get a job, and you said you prayed about it, and then just.
I saw the ad in the paper, and I thought, well, I'd like to do that. I think I would, but I thought, really, I don't have a college education. I have courses, but I don't have a degree. And I thought, well, you have to have a degree. But I jumped in anyway.
Yeah.
And I like people.
You gotta like people to be in real estate.
the area,
very much.
And I had a lot of driving around.
Yes. It sold a lot of condos too, considering.
I was blessed. I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I think it's funny how you said you were just praying about what to do, and all of a sudden you saw that, and you're like, I think I'll do real estate. So
I believe that. Well, when you saw the ad, what else was there to do?
I know, right? And so, and then you worked at Meyer.
Actually, when I first got into real estate, I worked at Oyster Bay Village.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's on Fort Morgan Road.
Right. Marta Fillion was there, and I was helping clean up after a luncheon. And she said, you should get into real estate.
Yeah.
I said, well, I just passed the test.
See, there you go. It was a sign that you were.
Us. So I did, for about a year, but it was kind of boring out there. They had about 3 houses in the clubhouse, and and you just sat there and waited for somebody to come, and
being down Fort Morgan Road, sometimes you don't get the traffic like today.
And I was getting phone calls about prices on the beach and
yes,
things. I thought, well, I need to branch out.
Yeah.
So I went with Commander. It was ERA Commander Realty, and now it's Realtor.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, Bob Malone. Good training with them. And,
he was in real estate for a long time too.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed working with
Frank, his son, super nice.
Frank is my son's best friend.
Oh really?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I worked with Bob and them for several years, and I looked at Meyer and their big sign, and their names on the signs, and Carolyn Doty talked me into coming to Meyer.
Yeah, quite Carolyn.
And I felt so guilty about leaving Bob and them, but it just seemed like such an opportunity.
Yeah, for
sure. They had a big rental company and all this, so I switched.
Yeah.
And I really think the real estate is what you put into it.
That, and like you said, you have to love people and
know the area.
Know the area, because it's such a people-oriented business that.
But I enjoyed being in real estate. I met a lot of nice people.
Yes.
I worked with nice people. I met.
Well, you're nice, so it's easy. Yeah. So you're attractive. So a lot of times, whenever we have hurricanes come through or like the oil spill, we see growth. And so you were obviously here after Hurricane Frederick, 1979. And I feel like just from being in real estate, I saw where there were several condos that are built, about 82, 83.
It all started.
That's when it all started.
It
was after Hurricane Frederick coming through.
Because we were thinking, well, nobody will be here now, and all at once, people were buying and selling and trading. And
yeah. I mean, it was, do you think it's because of the publicity from the news and things?
Yeah. I have friends from New York that, saw the beaches and how pretty it was. And
wow.
Came down to check it out, And
that was from Hurricane Frederick?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
And we lived through all the hurricanes.
Oh, yes.
And we usually didn't go very far when they, because we didn't want to be far away from our boats or the house.
Oh, for sure.
And
your livestock.
I think we stayed up halfway to Foley at the Bonsecular Road down in that area during Frederick. I had 2 horses out in the pasture. It was awful. Those poor animals were just in shock the next morning. But we were able to come on down because my husband went to work for the city, so we could come down and get on, and check things out. And there was no damage in this community.
Oh, wow. I bet y'all are very
I don't really know of any real damage in this community.
And then you saw that once all the news and started showcasing our area from that storm.
When did you get into real estate?
I got in real estate in, I started selling in 2004, right before Hurricane Ivan. So I was licensed my junior year in college. So I've been licensed for 22 years, selling now for 20 years. And so my first deal was supposed to close the day Ivan hit.
Oh.
And it was Harbor House, and the building is right there. That's past the CCLI. So we didn't know if it was actually going to be there, so we couldn't sell. So I actually got to see the growth that even in 2004 what Hurricane Ida did, which is interesting to hear that Hurricane Frederick is really what started the domino effect, and me seeing firsthand from Hurricane Ida on.
Yeah, you would have thought it would scare people away, but
that's when all the news. Yeah, it did.
We had one of our shrimping neighbors was over in North Carolina, and his family was here.
Mm-hmm.
So when he decided to come home, he had to go around the Gulf, and come in, and there were no markers to know where the channel was to get in.
Oh, goodness.
It was pretty hairy, but he made it in, and we were all okay.
Yes. And so how long were y'all in the shrimping business?
I married Donald in 1970, and he worked for them. I forgot how long. He finally got out of shrimping. It got so bad he got a job at the city.
Yes.
And that was a wonderful, wonderful help because we had our 401k, we had insurance, we had time off and a savings.
Yeah.
And you shrimp, you don't have that.
No, because it's kind of like real estate.
Well, real estate was better.
Better, yeah, I agree. So, but yeah.
I'm glad I got into real estate, but I'm also glad I'm retired.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can definitely understand that. It's been wonderful, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to tell us all about the area and give us a little insight on some background of the Shrimp Fest. That's obviously extremely popular.
It is, and that's amazing to me.
Oh, yes, for you to see it from the very beginning to what it is now.
And no more boat parades. They ran out of time and room,
Yeah.
Everybody moved to the beach.
Exactly.
And that's where people want to be.
They do. Yeah.
They do.
I mean, that is our number one
That's
attraction. It is.
I appreciate you coming. And I don't know if what I'm giving you is anything that you...
Oh, it's great. I know people watching are going to really appreciate it, and just to hear the background, because obviously people love to know about our area, and just to hear a little bit from a local who was born and raised here, to hear your insights on things. It's interesting.
There's a few of us left.
Yeah.
I mean, this community is bigger than you think because it goes from West Fairway down to Oyster Village.
Oh, wow, that is a big
community. Back in the woods,
Yeah, back in the woods.
Back in the woods.
Yeah.
Hiding out.
Exactly. Off the grid. So, living off the grid.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and in the Callaway cottages used to be a prime thing back in the 50s. They were down on the lagoon across the Lagoon Baptist Church. They're gone. They were damaged in the storm, and they had built beautiful 2-story up on piling beach houses on the lagoon.
Really?
Probably about 12 of them are built already.
And then they got destroyed during, was it Ivan?
That was the worst, and then the Callaway seniors had died, so the kids did, they
built back, they sold.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But we made a living with things like that down here. There was nothing to do for families except clean cottages, and there weren't that many cottages.
Yeah.
Big head shrimp at the shrimp shed.
I would never survive in that. Yep.
Yeah, and the kids love to go with the parents to do the shrimp at the shrimp shed.
Oh, that's
So we
awesome.
got paid too.
Well, that's good.
And every year then we went shopping to all the way to Mobile. To buy
Oh, wow.
clothes. Yeah, but we had our own money, and that was, theater was in Foley.
Uh-huh.
We had certain grocery stores, the funeral home. Foley was pretty small too.
Yeah. And now look at it.
I know, it's just spread out.
When we got a Publix, I really thought that we were just, you know.
I had a client years ago that worked in Publix down in Florida, and he was telling me what a wonderful store it was.
Yes.
Here it is. We got two right here.
I know, we did.
Actually, three. I guess you got one in Orange Beach and two here.
Yep, and Gulf Shores, and now two in Gulf Shores, and now in Poland.
I know.
See, we're growing.
They're taking over.
They are. They are. They see what a great spot we're in. So, well, I really do appreciate it, and I hope that y'all learned something, and that way people can we'll have pictures of things and links. That way people can, I know a lot of people don't know about the Native American Canal, so that'll be interesting for people to research on too. So.
Oh, I think that's really interesting. This man, Harry King, he's pretty old and he has cancer, but he's really up to here in Indian.
Well, we'll definitely reach out to him too. So,
Okay.
Awesome.
You tell him the things.
I will. I'll tell him he has to talk to me this week.
Okay.
Well, good deal. Well, thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it.